Power, it's the invisible force that controls empires, decides who rises and who falls, and shapes every room you step into. Whether you admit it or not, power is the currency of life. Some people understand it and bend the world to their will. Others ignore it and end up crushed by those who play the game better. Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power isn't just a book. It's a manual for survival, influence, and dominance in a world that's always competing. Today, we're breaking down all 48 laws, one by one, in a way you can actually use them. Listen carefully, because each law isn't just a lesson, it's a weapon. Let's begin. Law 1. Never outshine the master. The first rule of power is simple. Don't make the person above you feel small. If you shine too brightly, if you make them insecure, they will destroy you. Instead, allow them to feel superior while you quietly rise. Play the role of the student, even when you're already the master in disguise. Respect their ego, because ego is the battlefield where power is won or lost. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends will betray you faster than enemies, because friends feel entitled. Enemies, however, are motivated to prove their loyalty once they align with you. Don't hand over your trust cheaply. Make people earn it. Remember, a smiling face can hide a sharp knife, and the person who owes you nothing is often the one who values your alliance the most. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. The world is full of spies, watching, waiting, ready to counter your every move. If people know your plan, they can block it. Keep your true goals hidden. Feed them smoke, give them distractions, but never your full hand. Power belongs to the person who is unpredictable, the one nobody can read until it's too late. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words are dangerous. They expose your thoughts, your weaknesses, your insecurities. Powerful people use silence as a weapon. When you speak less, you force others to reveal themselves, and your mystery increases your influence. A single word at the right time carries more weight than 1,000 spilled carelessly. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is the shadow that follows you everywhere. Lose it and you lose leverage. Protect it fiercely, polish it constantly, and never allow your enemies to stain it. People believe appearances more than reality, and your reputation is your armor. Win the reputation game, and doors open before you even knock. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Power hates invisibility. If nobody sees you, nobody remembers you. You must stand out, even if it means controversy, even if it means breaking the rules. The loudest voice in the room may not be the smartest, but it is the one that shapes the conversation. Invisibility is death. Attention is survival. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. History doesn't remember who helped, it remembers who finished. Great leaders build their kingdoms on the backs of others' work, then put their names on the final product. Don't waste time doing what others can do for you. Delegate, orchestrate, and then step forward as the face of victory. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Chasing weakens you. When people see you running after them, they know they hold the cards. Flip the script, make them chase you. Whether it's business, relationships, or negotiation, create value so powerful it drags people into your orbit. And if they hesitate, use bait, tempt them with something irresistible, and watch them come running. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Words rarely change minds. Arguments only breed resentment. Action, however, is undeniable. Don't explain your power, show it. Demonstrate results so clearly that no words are necessary. A single action can silence an army of critics. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Misery spreads like disease. Surround yourself with bitter, broken, unlucky people, and their downfall becomes yours. Energy is contagious. Protect your circle, and if someone brings only chaos and loss, cut the cord. You cannot rise while dragging anchors. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. If people can walk away from you, you have no power. Make yourself indispensable. Control resources, information, or opportunities they can't get anywhere else. When people rely on you for their survival or success, you control their decisions without ever lifting a finger. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single act of honesty can cover 1,000 manipulations. A small gift, a small sacrifice, a moment of sincerity. These things make people lower their guard. Once their guard is down, you can move freely. Strategic honesty is not weakness, it is the perfect disguise. It lulls your targets into a false sense of security, making them believe you are trustworthy and harmless. This allows you to observe, gather information, and subtly influence situations without arousing suspicion. When used sparingly and with precision, a show of openness can be your most effective weapon, paving the way for grander schemes to unfold unnoticed. Law 13, when asking for help, appeal to self-interest, never mercy. Nobody helps you out of kindness, they help because it benefits them. Don't beg, don't guilt, don't cry for sympathy. Show people how helping you helps them and they'll line up to assist. Appeal to ego, to ambition, to profit. Mercy is fragile, self-interest is eternal. Understand their desires and frame your request in a way that aligns with their personal gain. Whether it's gaining influence, money, or even just a sense of superiority, tap into their core motivations. Never forget that beneath the veneer of altruism, most actions are driven by a calculation of personal advantage. Master this principle, and you will find willing collaborators in every endeavor. Law 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Knowledge is power, and the best way to get it is to play the role of the trusted ally. People reveal their secrets to those they believe are loyal. Smile, nod, pretend to care, while you gather the information that gives you the upper hand. Every handshake is a chance to collect intelligence. Law 15, crush your enemy totally. Half victories invite revenge. If your enemy can still breathe, they will come back. Never wound, destroy. When you strike, strike so hard there is no recovery. Mercy towards an enemy is cruelty towards yourself. This principle emphasizes the importance of decisive action in conflict. Any leniency or incomplete triumph can leave an opening for your opponent to regroup and retaliate. To truly secure your position, you must eliminate any potential threat, ensuring that your adversary is completely incapacitated and unable to pose a future danger. This isn't about gratuitous cruelty, but rather a cold, calculated strategy to protect yourself from future harm. A swift and overwhelming victory, therefore, is not only more effective, but ultimately more merciful to yourself in the long run. Law 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. Presence can breed familiarity, and familiarity breeds contempt. Sometimes the most powerful move is to step back, to vanish, to let people feel your absence. When you return larger, more respected, more desired. Silence and distance can be more commanding than constant presence. Law 17, keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Predictability is weakness. If people can map your next move, they can plan against you. But when you are unpredictable, when your actions shock, confuse, and terrify, others freeze. They don't know what you'll do, and that uncertainty alone is power. The unpredictable person bends the room because everyone else is too cautious to make the first move. Law 18, do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Walls feel safe, but isolation kills influence. When you cut yourself off, you lose information, connections, and relevance. Power lives in networks, in whispers, in constant movement. Fortresses look strong, but they are prisons. Instead of hiding, roam freely. Know everything, see everyone, and let your presence shape the game. Law 19, know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Not all enemies are equal. Some are weak, some are dangerous, and some will never stop hunting you once you've offended them. Before you make a move, before you start a fight, know your opponent. Misjudging the wrong person can cost you everything. Some people hold grudges like a religion. Learn to read them before you ignite them. Law 20, do not commit to anyone. Loyalty sounds noble, but commitment chains you down. The powerful remain free, unattached, untethered. If you commit too early to a side, to a person, to a cause, you limit your options. Keep people guessing where you stand. When nobody owns you, everyone courts you. Commitment is comfort, but freedom is power. Law 21, play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Arrogant people reveal themselves to those they believe are weaker. Pretend to be the fool, the naive one, the student. Let them underestimate you, because underestimation is the perfect camouflage. Then when the time comes, strike with intelligence they never saw coming. The moment they realize who you really are, it's already too late. Law 22, use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Sometimes fighting is the worst move. When the enemy is stronger, surrender is not defeat, it's strategy. By bowing, you buy time. By yielding, you make them overconfident. A strategic retreat creates the illusion of weakness, but in reality, it positions you for the perfect comeback. Power is not about pride, it's about survival. Law 23, concentrate your forces. Scattered effort is wasted effort. Don't chase everything at once. Focus your energy, your resources, your influence on one clear target. A concentrated strike is more destructive than 1,000 random moves. Power belongs to those who channel intensity, not those who scatter it. Law 24, play the perfect courtier. Power thrives in environments of influence, offices, politics, royal courts, modern boardrooms. The perfect courtier knows how to flatter without seeming fake, how to obey without losing dignity, how to charm without showing desperation. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in silk, smiling while it controls everything. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Never accept the identity the world gives you. Reinvent yourself as often as necessary. The powerful know how to shed skins, how to create a new version of themselves that fits the game they're playing. Stagnation is weakness. Reinvention is survival. You are not who they think you are who you decide to become. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Powerful people rarely do the dirty work themselves. They let others take the fall, absorb the blame, and carry the guilt. Appear pure, untouchable above the mess, while behind the scenes you control the chaos. Let others become the lightning rod. You remain untarnished, untouchable, and respected. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People crave faith. They want to believe in something greater than themselves. Give them that belief and they will follow you endlessly. Create rituals, symbols, words that bind them to you. Offer them hope, direction, and identity. The masses will give you loyalty in exchange for meaning, and loyalty is the purest form of power. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Hesitation is death. The uncertain man is devoured before he even begins. Boldness creates authority, boldness breeds confidence, and boldness terrifies opponents. Even if you're not ready, act as if you are. The world rewards the bold because they look like leaders even when they're bluffing. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Short-sighted moves lead to disaster. Power isn't about today, it's about tomorrow, next year, the next decade. Every action must be calculated with the end in mind. Know the victory you seek, then move backward, step by step, until every action lines up with that finish line. Without vision, power collapses. With vision, every step becomes inevitable. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Nobody admires struggle, they admire mastery. When you achieve something, hide the sweat, the failures, the chaos behind it. Present the result as natural, smooth, inevitable. The easier it looks, the greater your aura of power. Struggle invites pity. Effortless success inspires awe. This principle, often referred to as the art of effortless action, suggests that true power lies in appearing to achieve great things with minimal visible effort. It implies a level of control and competence so profound that challenges are overcome almost imperceptibly. This creates an impression of natural genius or inherent superiority, discouraging others from questioning your methods or capabilities. When others perceive your achievements as easily attained, they are less likely to envy your success or challenge your authority, as they might with someone who visibly toiled. Instead, they are more likely to be impressed and even intimidated, further solidifying your position of power. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. The strongest players don't force choices, they design them. Present people with options, but make sure all of them lead to your benefit. Let them feel free while secretly guiding their path. Control the game board, and you don't need to control the players. They'll walk into your plan themselves. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Reality is boring. People want dreams, illusions, escapes from their struggles. Give them fantasy and they will give you power. Sell visions, not facts. Offer the magical version of life, not the ordinary one. When you appeal to fantasy, you control hearts, not just minds. And when you control hearts, power is yours forever. Craft narratives that transport people, promising a better future or a hidden truth. Exaggerate successes, downplay failures, and create a mystique around your actions. Let your followers believe in a destiny you are shaping, and they will eagerly follow your lead into the unknown. The more you feed their longing for something extraordinary, the deeper their devotion will become. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a fear, a desire, a pressure point. Power means finding it. Observe carefully, listen deeply, and discover what drives a person or what breaks them. Once you know their thumbscrew, you control the terms of engagement. People are not moved by reason, they are moved by their deepest triggers. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself dictates how others see you. If you present yourself as common, people treat you as common. But when you move with the confidence of royalty, calm, commanding, unshaken, the world responds with respect. Demand dignity not with words, but with presence. People believe in your crown when you believe in it first. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Impatience kills power. The world is a battlefield of timing, where even the right move at the wrong time is a mistake. Learn to wait, learn to strike at the exact moment, and learn to retreat when the tide is against you. Patience is not weakness, it's the sharpest blade, because when you strike with perfect timing, resistance is impossible. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Wanting what you can't reach weakens you. Obsessing over what you can't control makes you look small. The powerful act indifferent, as if loss doesn't touch them. Indifference is superiority. By ignoring what you cannot have, you elevate what you already control. The world chases what seems unattainable, so make yourself that. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. People don't remember logic, they remember images, emotions, drama. If you want influence, turn your moves into theater. Use spectacle to distract, to inspire, to dominate attention. Even the smallest act can become unforgettable if it's wrapped in power and performance. The world is not rational, it's theatrical. Learn the stage and you own the crowd. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. The boldest thinkers often fall because they flaunt their difference too openly. Don't make yourself a target by mocking the herd. Outwardly blend in, inwardly stay unique. Agree in public, innovate in private. The crowd resents what reminds them they're ordinary, so wear the mask of conformity while you build a kingdom of difference. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Calm waters reveal nothing, but chaos exposes everyone. When you provoke, when you agitate, when you stir emotions, you see people's true nature. Anger makes them sloppy. Fear makes them reveal secrets. Confusion makes them easy to trap. Stir the waters, then strike when the fish are thrashing blindly. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Nothing is free. Every gift has strings. Every favor has a price. To accept too easily is to become someone else's servant. The powerful pay their own way because independence is priceless. Reject the easy bait. If you want to keep control, earn what you take and take what you earn. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Imitating greatness is a trap. When you walk in the shadow of someone legendary, you are forever compared and you will never measure up. Don't follow their path, create your own. Forge a new identity, a new vision, a new standard. Power belongs to the original, not the copy. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Groups are rarely strong by themselves. They are strong because of the leader holding them together. Remove the leader and the flock collapses. Don't waste energy fighting everyone, focus on the source. Cut the head and the body falls. This principle, often seen in various forms throughout history and strategy, highlights the critical role of leadership in maintaining cohesion and power within a collective. A strong leader provides direction, motivation, and a central point of control, without which the group can quickly become fragmented and ineffective. Understanding this dynamic is key to both dismantling opposing forces and solidifying one's own position of power. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Force creates rebellion, fear creates resistance. But when you win the hearts and minds of people, you don't need force, they follow willingly. Persuasion, emotion, inspiration, these are stronger than threats. Master the art of influence and people fight for you, not against you. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror is a weapon. Reflect people's actions, words, or attitudes back at them and they lose control. People hate seeing themselves too clearly, especially their flaws. By mirroring, you confuse, you disarm, you frustrate, and in their confusion, you gain the upper hand. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People fear change. Too much too fast creates panic and resistance. The powerful introduce change slowly, carefully, piece by piece, while making people believe it's natural. Speak about evolution, not revolution. Push too hard and the system rejects you. Nudge quietly and they follow without realizing. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection creates enemies. The flawless man is hated, envied, resented. Show some flaws, reveal some struggles, let people see cracks in the armor. Imperfection humanizes you, makes you relatable and lowers defenses. Too perfect and they want to destroy you. Just human enough and they let you rise. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for in victory. Learn when to stop. The drunkest moment of power is after victory. That's when people push too far, take too much, and lose everything. Power demands restraint. Stop when you've won, not when you're drunk with winning. The disciplined general knows when to halt. The greedy general digs his own grave. Law 48. Assume formlessness. The final law, power belongs to those who cannot be pinned down. The rigid can be broken, the predictable can be beaten, the defined can be destroyed. But formlessness is unstoppable. Be fluid like water, adaptable like air. Never let enemies predict your shape, never let rivals grasp your structure. The formless cannot be touched, it can only consume. The laws are the game. And there you have it, the 48 laws of power. Some call them ruthless, others call them immoral, but one thing is undeniable, they are real. The world is not fair, it is not kind, it is not gentle. It is a battlefield of influence, survival, and ambition. Those who ignore power are crushed by it. Those who master power bend it to their will. Remember, you don't have to use every law, but you must understand them, because whether you play the game or not, the game is playing you. Choose wisely. Because in the end, power doesn't just shape the world, it decides who rules it.